turn your assemblies from this to this, or take your class from this to this, and get recognition at a push of a button. Impact Gamers presents KeyImages as part of our Lesson More with Fusion series, a small but powerful app to allow you to play a sound or show an image at the push of a button. Visit our website to see the apps we produce with Clickteam Fusion and how you can make your own. impactgamers.net/lesson. So there's 3 parts to the video now. The next part shows you how to use the KeyImages app. The section after that will show you how you can use Clickteam Fusion to make your own version. And finally, we show you where we get our free images and sounds. This next section is how to use the app. To download the KeyImages app, go to impactgamers.net/lesson. There you'll see all the apps we have, and click on KeyImages. Just go down and click on download. Because the file's very new, it may warn you about it. It's safe, so you can just click on keep and it'll download it. In the folder where the app's downloaded, save your files. Save audio files, save image files, and rename them. So I like to just click on them and press F2 as a quick way to rename. To be a number or a letter. Now, it may look a little different for you if you've got file extensions turned on, but it's just the same thing. Then run your application. Windows may warn you about it because it's new. All you need to do is click more info and run anyway. Just do that once and you won't need to do it again. It'll load up with this splash screen saying that you can press escape to quit or control for help. So at any point you can press the control key and it will give you this helpful instructions where you can access your folder by clicking there, and just a list of the quick shortcuts about volumes, stopping sounds and such. So if I press control again to go and return, I can then press W and Q and flip through the different images from the folders, and then press for the sound effects as well. If I want to blank the screen, I press space. To stop the sound, I press enter. And then if I want to do both, I press backspace and escape to quit. To help you out, we've also created a reference PDF that you can print out, and you can write down the sounds and the images that are linked to the buttons. There it is, KeyImages. If you have any issues, let us know. Contact us via email. I hope you have lots of fun. In the next section, we'll show you where you can get images and sounds for free, and also how you can use Clickteam Fusion to build your own version. This next section is how to use Clickteam Fusion. So this is Clickteam Fusion. You can download the free edition or the full edition. I'll show you how you can build your own app to play sounds and to show images. So once you've loaded up, click File, a new application, and then just click the number 1 next to the first frame to enter it. Now, the screen size is quite small for what we want at the moment. So I'm just going to click on Application 1 and go to the Windows Properties and change it from 640 by 480 to 1280 by 720, which is the size of this video. When I click off, it will ask me, do I want to modify the frames? Yes. And I'm just going to zoom out so that I can see everything on screen. To add the sounds, there's not really much to do in the frame editor. It's just all in the event editor, which controls the rules of the game, which are called conditions and actions, which make events. So if we click on new condition, we can say that when the mouse or the keyboard, and that's the keyboard, upon pressing a key, not any key, and I'll say number 1, then I want to play a sound. So I can right click and click samples and play sample. I can then browse from a file. And here's something that I've downloaded earlier. So here's some dogs barking. Great. Okay. So if I run my application, when I press the number 1, the dogs bark. And we can do that as many times as we like. A new condition. the keyboard upon pressing a key 2, and then on this row, right click samples, play sample, and we'll have some spooky music that I've downloaded. Okay. Because Clickteam can support multiple samples, because it uses different channels to play them, these sounds can play at the same time. So if I run my application, I can start the music, then add the dogs. Okay, so I'll show you how it works for images. We'll go back to the frame editor for this, and we need to insert an object, insert a new object. Now, if you've got the full version, you could use active pictures for this, and that's a really nice, easy way to do it, and that's what we used. But if you've got the free version, you'll just have to use an active object. And click to put that down. We're going to name this. This is going to be the woods. And let's change the picture. So we can press enter, or we can right click and choose edit. We want to import a picture, and here's some I've imported earlier of the woods. And it asks what the transparent color is. There isn't transparency in this picture, but it will pick out anything that's pure black and make it see-through. So I'm going to double click on the black and just choose sort of luminous pink, because there's no transparencies there. Okay, and press OK, and then we can pull it into position. And you notice the dotted line, that's the border of your screen. So I'm just going to get it to fit there. And we'll do the same again. We'll insert another new object, active, press OK, click to put it down. This time this is going to be the dog, sort of a scary dog character. And right click and edit on it, and import, and the other image that we've got. And again, I'm just going to change the transparent color to one that doesn't exist there to avoid transparencies. If you are getting it that your images have got holes in them, you can re-import with a different transparent color, or you can also maybe set your frame to have a background color in its settings of black, or whatever color is getting cut out. Now we've got these two images, we're just going to quite simply go into the event editor, a new condition, the keyboard, upon pressing a key, and I'll use D because that's for the dog. I'm going to right click under the dog and say order, bring to front. It will move in front of everything. Then 4, new condition, the keyboard, upon pressing a key, this time W for the woods, and I'm going to right click under the woods and order, bring that one to the front. And it's as simple as that. If I run my application, I can press W to load up the woods, start the spooky music, and then I'll press 1, then D. And there you go. Now, a few things were loaded up on screen. We had the debugger loaded on screen, so I'm just going to click on the application and scroll down on its settings and turn off Show Debugger, because we don't need to debug it. I'm also going to go into the window settings, and in the full version, I can turn off the heading, and I can also turn off the menu bars. I can also resize to fill and anti-alias and fit inside, so it takes up the whole screen. That way, we won't see the close button. So I'm going to do a new condition, the keyboard, upon pressing a key, escape, and at that point, then I will right-click under storyboard controls and end the application. So this is a basic version of what we've done with our KeyImages app. So I can run my application, W for the woods, get the dog barking, press D, get the music going. I've got a lovely spooky background there. I can do some other things. I could also say a new condition. At the start of the frame, under the mouse, let's hide the mouse. And that way we don't have the mouse in the way. There you go. And if you have the full version, you can go ahead and build yourself a Windows executable. You can just go to File and build your application. If you don't, you'll just have to save your application and reopen it in Clickteam Fusion and then run it from there by clicking Run an Application to test it out. Have fun. If you have any problems, email us and we'll see if we can help you. That's how you can make your own soundboard and image activator, make your own KeyImages app, and enjoy making things in Clickteam. This next section is how to get your sounds and your images. So for images, a great website we go to all the time is pixabay.com. They're all royalty free. They're all Creative Commons 0, meaning you don't need to credit the author. So all I did was I went on and searched for Spooky Forest, and I chose my image from here. And it's also got a safe search option, which is great to protect kids from seeing things that are a bit too scary or whatever. And you just choose the one you want, click on it, click on free download, and you can choose. Now I set the screen size to about this size, 1280. So I press download. And if you're signed up, you don't get this, but otherwise you just fill in the quick "I'm not a robot" and download. Simple as that. Then just make sure you copy it to the same folder and rename it. So now let's take you to where we get our sound effect from. So if I want some dogs barking, I can search for that. You can listen in. You might recognize that one. And I can also choose Creative Commons 0, means we can use it without accrediting the person. Under fair use, you could probably use the other ones as well. And you just need to log in to download them. So you can click on them, log in. It's free to set up a login. And once you're logged in, just press download and your file appears. And once again, save it to the folder where the KeyImages is and rename it to what keypress you want it to be. Finally, for music, we're using Compotech. It's a great website. Click on royalty-free music here. Just close the first ad. That's the only ad you should have to deal with. And then you've got all different music. So you can choose the feels. If you want it eerie, then you can listen to it. And then you can just download it. But make sure you do credit. Sort of this one that we're using is Mind Leech from Kevin MacLeod. And so just copy and paste that into, if you've got a program or leaflets because you're doing a performance, just credit Kevin for using his work. So it's a bit different to Copyright 0, but it's still Creative Commons, just meaning that you accredit the person. Have fun. There's also bensound.com and some other places where you can get things. There's non-copyright music on YouTube. So just enjoy. If you've got any ideas or any questions, send us an email. Take care. Enjoy. Till next, less and more with Fusion. Bye-bye.